Hey everybody, this is Dave over at Just the Watch. I want to welcome you guys to, I guess this will be episode 1 of the new segment here on the channel. This is the Just the Watch unsubscription non-service. That's too long. That's not going to work. This is the JTW Watch of the Month Club, episode 1. So for those of you who didn't see the intro video when I announced this new segment, basically this is kind of going to be an alternative to subscription services like Watch Gang. And I'm not necessarily suggesting that this is a good way to build a collection, but I think that, it seems like there's a lot of people out there that want to put aside $50 a month, $100 a month every month and get a watch. And I kind of get that. I think it's a fun thing to do, but I've been following Watch Gang in particular pretty closely for about a year or so. I actually did a trial 1-month subscription on their lowest tier before. I'm a member of their Facebook group, and I really like the community that they've built. And I think it's a very fun kind of thing. That said, after watching the watches that they send out month after month, it's really hit and miss. And I think people are getting a lot of watches that they're never really going to wear. Sometimes they're great deals, but most of the time, they're just kind of weird random things that are being sent out. And so I feel like if you want to set aside a certain amount of money every month, you can actually get some decent watches. And so this Watch of the Month Club, I'm going to be suggesting two watches every month. We got 2 tiers, and they're going to be kind of around a theme each month. So today we're going to be looking at divers for the month of March. And we have a bronze tier and a silver tier. The bronze tier is going to be $60 or less, and the silver tier is $120 or less. Every month I'll give you a recommendation, and if you like the watch, just go out and buy it. So this is not like a service at all. I'm not providing or selling anything. I'll give you the information. You go out and you buy it yourself. And then every month I want to get feedback from the community and from you guys that are watching. So I'll announce the next month's theme at the end of the video, and you guys can make suggestions to let me know what you think would be a good watch that would fit in one of those 2 categories, either the bronze or silver tier. Also, I'll be making some honorable mentions at the end of every video. So I'll be giving my 2 recommendations, but if there's other watches that didn't quite fit into the price range, or they're maybe a little bit more off-the-wall choices that I want to make you guys aware of, I'll announce those as well at the end of the video for the honorable mentions. All right, so this month's watches, actually, both of the ones that I picked are Submariner homages. And if you're not into Submariner homages, stick around till afterwards, because the honorable mentions will be a lot more interesting. But I think there's something to be said when this is the first watch. Presumably, if you're just starting, this is going to be the first watch in your collection, and we're going to get a dive watch. And a dive watch is a great, I think, starting watch. It's going to be a watch that you can wear every day. Both of these watches that we'll be looking at today have included with solid stainless steel bracelets. So that gives you a good option there, because often finding the fitted bracelet is difficult for an aftermarket. So if you can get a watch that has a stainless steel bracelet on it, then you can take that bracelet off and swap it around to a leather strap or a NATO or something like that if you want to. But if you want the stainless steel look, you've got it. So both of these are going to have it. The Submariner style dive watch is just such a classic look. And both of these are actually functional dive watches as well. So I feel like this is kind of like your really what you want out of a dive watch, a modern dive watch, is you want something that'll be versatile, that you can wear in a lot of situations, but is also tough enough to handle, a good amount of water resistance. So I think both of these watches are going to hit that. So let's start with the bronze tier. For that, I'm going to go for our under $60 watch. We're going to go with the Invicta Pro Diver Quartz version. Okay, so to get under that $60 price range right now anyways, you're going to have to go with the Quartz. If you wait until something like Black Friday or something like that, they will have the automatic version. It will often drop down into this price range, so that might be something to keep in mind. But even still, and the automatic will hit our honorable mentions, but that one's only about $70 right now, the lowest price one. So you can, bump it up just a few more bucks if you want to get the automatic one. But the Quartz one, you're going to get, a decent build quality. You're going to get a nice looking, nicely proportioned Submariner homage. You get the stainless steel bracelet, mineral crystal screw down crown, 200 meters water resistance, and it's, it looks pretty good, and it's a good all-around watch. And in this price range, to get the screw down crown, to get the 200 meter water resistance, to get this solid stainless steel bracelet and case, it's a great deal to find that in $50. And so that's why we're going to go with the Invicta Pro Diver Quartz version for your for your bronze tier watch this month. And there's a lot of different color options with that, so you can find some fun ones there if you want something other than the standard black and silver. But yeah, so you can look around that, and I'll provide a couple of links down below. All right, so for our silver tier watch this month, we're going with the Phoibos PX002. This is another quartz watch, but it's a pretty amazing quartz watch, especially for the price. So this one comes in right at $119 direct from Phoibos' website, so just under our $120 limit. And basically, if this were an automatic watch, they actually have the automatic watch. The automatic version is $300. So you're saving a ton of money by going with the quartz option. But other than the fact that it's a quartz movement, this is a pretty premium watch, especially in this price range. You're getting, again, solid stainless steel case and bracelet. You're getting a sapphire crystal. You're getting Swiss Superluminova, 300-meter water resistance, really great size. This one, it comes in at 42 millimeter diameter and a 13 millimeter thickness, so really good size there. And just all around an amazing, good-looking Submariner homage for $120. Yeah, so you know, if you're really set on your heart's really set on getting an automatic watch in this price range, stay tuned for the honorable mentions because we'll hit a couple of them. But this watch, I think, is going to be, you know, have far better build quality than almost anything else you're going to get in this price range, especially if you want to upgrade to an automatic movement. So I think it's actually pretty good to go with this one. But if that's not your thing, we've got a couple of honorable mentions here, and let's start with the lower tier, the lower price ones. So the other obvious choice besides the Invicta Pro Diver Quartz would be the Casio Duro, and that is another 200-meter dive watch. Has a screw-down crown, you know, nice rotating, you know, bezel. Really good looks, a little bit on the larger side compared to the Pro Diver. And the main reason I didn't pick it was because it comes on a rubber strap instead of on that stainless steel bracelet. But a lot of people love to pick that watch up and, again, immediately throw it on a different strap. And I think they even have some fitted aftermarket straps that will work with it if you look around, but if you want to spend a little bit more money to sort of modify it a bit. But that is a watch that I think has a better reputation than the Invicta Pro Diver Quartz. As far as durability goes. So if you're looking for something that's a more practical watch, that might be a way to go, and you can get that one for around $50. As I mentioned before, the Pro Diver, you can get an automatic version of the Pro Diver for only $70. So if you do want an automatic watch, not spending a lot of money, the Invicta Pro Diver automatic is, you know, one of your best options, especially for a diver, for an automatic budget diver. Basically the same as the Quartz, but with an automatic Seiko movement inside it. Moving up from there a little bit, this is one that if you're interested, you should probably go check out now, but check out the Argonne Evo. And right now they have it on sale as of the time I'm doing this video. And I think it's on sale for $150. They don't have it listed, but there's a coupon code that I think is still active, and I just tested it. It looked like it worked, and it's SALE20. If you enter that in your card on the checkout, that'll give you another 20% off. It'll knock it down to $119. Aragon makes, you know, some of the best divers for the price. They're big, they're bold, they're colorful, and the Evo is, you know, it's a pretty substantial watch. It's very tall. Comes in either a 45 or 50 millimeter size. The colors are very bright. So this is a watch that is not a Submariner homage by any means. It's a very tough looking watch. It's not going to be for everyone, but if you want something different, something that's really good build quality, the bracelet on this one I've heard is really amazing. It's kind of an engineer style, really great looking watch, really interesting design. And for $120, you can't beat that price. The only reason this one didn't make the main list is because, again, it's not for everyone. I think the Phoibos is a much more versatile watch. It's an easy one that anybody can get into. But if you want something a little bit more outside the box, go with this Argonne Evo. I think that's a great one to look at. And again, they have sales all the time, so different ones are on sale. Right now, the Evo is on sale. And again, if you put that SALE20 code in the checkout, I think you can get an extra 20% off. So that would actually put it down into qualifying for this month. Another good option for honorable mention would be the Seiko 5 SNZ H53 is, I think, the least expensive color option. That's the navy blue one of this one. That one's $140 on Amazon right now. This is one of my favorite Seiko 5 dive style watches. It's one that I've really been considering picking up for myself. It's actually a little bit cheaper over here in Japan, so that's kind of cool. But again, it's in the US Amazon, it's a little bit over our price range. The bracelet, I believe it's actually a hollow link bracelet, even though it looks solid. I was looking at different reviews trying to really find that out, but I've heard that the bracelet is not the greatest quality. Does not have a screw down crown. It's only 100 meters water resistance, but the styling looks really good. It comes with Seiko's proprietary lume, their Hardlex crystal, and it's got a really nice vintage, interesting look to it. It's kind of an homage to the Blancpain 50 Fathoms. It's a older vintage style watch, and it has some of those vintage stylings to it. So that's one I would check out. Yeah, definitely give that one a look. $140, so it's popping a little bit over our price limit. Next and finally, if you're in the market for a diver and you're already in it for spending $120, you might as well consider going up to like $130, $150. In that range, you can get the Orient Ray or Mako 2. Which again, that's another one that I really got my eye on now. Particularly the Ray, I really like the look of the Ray. I believe the newest versions that they have on Amazon right now have sapphire crystals, very decent lume, solid stainless steel bracelet. Again, really good, nice build quality, automatic movements, hacking, hand winding, which again sets them apart from the Seiko 5 one. Does not have hacking or hand winding. These Orient ones do. And again, great price. So that's kind of like your go-to budget dive watch, but it does put it a little bit outside of our price range. So that's why it lands in the honorable mention. All right, so that is going to wrap it up for this month's episode of the Watch of the Month Club. Again, our theme this month was dive watches. And next month, we're going to look at dress watches. So send me your guys, in the comments below. Let me know what your suggestions are for a dress watch that is either fits the bronze or silver tier. So either $60 or less or $120 or less. Drop me some links, leave me some suggestions, and let me know what you think about these watches. If there's any of them that you have purchased, any of these dive watches that we talked about today, have any firsthand experience with them that you'd like to share in the comments. I'm sure it'd be helpful to anybody who's considering them. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next month with our April edition of the Just the Watch of the Month Club. In between then, we'll continue releasing regular videos, reviews, different topics and things that I want to talk about with watches. But yeah, once a month we'll be doing the Watch of the Month Club segment where we'll look at budget watches, again in this bronze and silver tier price range. So thank you guys again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this new segment, and yeah, let me know what you think of it, if it's something that you found useful. And if you are actually doing this as like a subscription, let me know, and let me know how the watches work out for you and if they turned out to be good suggestions. If you're a Watch Gang subscriber, let me know how you think these watches compare to the Watch Gang watches that you've gotten. Because Watch Gang, I think their subscription tiers are pretty close to these two for their two lowest ones, for their original and black. These might be a little bit above what Watch Gang charges, but yeah, I think having the ability to choose for yourself and being able to, sort of select watches that are more appropriate to your style and what you want, definitely is a better way to go. But yeah, well, that's enough of this. We'll wrap it up, and we'll see you guys next time.